Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Abariako. Ni hao. Como talibou. Como se va? And what's up, bro? This is Musa, Matt Meacham Jr., signing in on his Musa Corner Consultant International, where I will be conducting my class in book writing. I woke up this morning, turned on my computer, and there was this African guy and these two African girls, and they were talking about why they do not like African Americans. I said, look at this. Yes, this black African he walks around. He looks like he's a little sissy. He looks like a little homosexual type of guy. But he has these two girls who tell you why they do not like African Americans. And I said, look at this. Those same black folks, if they were in America, they would be treated the same way as us black Americans. It's a skin color thing. And you're so fucking ignorant that you don't understand that it's a skin color thing. And you don't understand it. That's why white people still run Africa, and you are still under colonial rule. You don't understand the issue. The issue is a skin color thing. And that's what this whole thing is based on. And I sat there, and I became very disturbed. These were Africans talking about why they do not like African Americans. These same white-skinned people, they own South Africa. They own South Africa. The white people still own South Africa. And it has nothing to do with whether you're African American or a Nigerian American or a Ghanaian American. It's all about skin color. And it's your ignorance. It's the reason why your children walk the streets and beg foreigners. Why are so many young children out in the streets in Africa begging? Why do you allow your children to walk the streets to beg foreigners? Look, yes, our day is done. It is our day. But see, nothing can stop destiny. See, there's a time, time. It's something called time. And that's what we all exist in time. And the thing is, we may say this or we may say that, but as time moves, when your time is up, your time is up. It's a long story. And that's my introduction to your class number 3, where we'll be talking about book construction. See, in constructing books, you gotta have some emotion. You're reacting. An artist, he is reacting to everything that exists in his environment. See, the artist is a reactor. And what he does is he perceives things. And when he perceives these things, then he begins to create. His reaction is the creation. So of all the things that God has created, the artist is number 1. Because the artist is like God. The artist is not God, but the artist is like God. Why do they say the creator when they talk about an artist? He's a creator of things. So we artists are really superb. What do you think about that? Well, let's get on to this book reading course. This is book reading number 3. And remember, the war has begun. It's the title of the book. Let's talk about the war has begun, the title of the book. Well, I can only talk about why my mind says the war has begun, and then therefore I'll write a book. Or it must be something. What made me say the war has begun? When we get on the internet and we just search, and we see war is everywhere. War is everywhere. Since it's senseless, it seems like it's senseless killing. People killing each other. And it's a forever thing. War has always been with us. The war has begun. So I'm thinking, throughout man's existence on this earth, there has always been war, where human beings go out to kill each other. Oh, you have ants who fight. You know, the tiny little ants, they go and fight to kill. So what is life? Life, to kill. Live to kill. It sounds like it's a sad thing, but that is just the way, that is the nature of things. That is the nature of things. So let's get back to the war has begun. What Malcolm said? Those who you delegate as being primitive are the wisest. That statement, that's one statement in chapter 1 of the book, The War Has Begun. That one statement summarizes the novel that is entitled The War Has Begun. Let's examine this one statement. Those who you delegate as being primitive are the wisest. They're the smart guys. Not the guys who sit in these high buildings, who figure out ways of killing other people to acquire their properties, who drop bombs on populations of human beings. These are not the wise ones. The wise ones are those savages, those guys who live in the Amazon, those guys who live in the jungles of Africa, Australia. They call them Aborigines. These people who walk around half naked, some naked, and they wake up in the morning, they drink their beverage, eat their food, they go out into the jungle, they come back, they make love, they sleep, they sit around the fire, they talk, they sleep. They don't scheme about destroying human beings. They do not make atomic bombs. They do not make automatic weapons. So what the Martian is saying to Malcolm Mwangi, he said, look, I'll read it again. Those who you delegate as being primitive are the wisest. Malcolm said, I don't understand you. E.T. says, these creatures take life day to day. They are devoid of complex confusions because they do not spend their time worrying about non-essential things. When they are hungry, they eat. When they are in love, they make love. They are born. They live. And then they die. How unassuming, so exquisitely simple. You humans invite trouble only because you scream out with useless invectives, which do not even soothe the pain. They were angry on earth. The black folks were getting ready to take over. And the Martians knew that this was the best time to make a major invasion. The Great War came. Blacks against whites. The Martians were watching them. But the white folks had another trick in their bag. The virus. The pharmaceuticals had undermined the modern civilizations all over the earth. No longer was the world ruled by edicts of political philosophies. These technical intellectuals had become methodological scientists, only interested in pseudo-scientific forcing, which would increase their camaraderie. Let's stop right here. Let me read that one more time. Right, and I'll give you the explanation. Watch this. Okay, let's go. These technical intellectuals had become methodological scientists, only interested in pseudo-scientific forcing, which would increase their camaraderie. I don't write for fools. I don't write for fools. So if you have an issue with that, I have an issue. It's some pretty big words. It's some pretty big words in that one sentence. But see, that's the intellect. That is the intellectuality of the book. It is the intellectuality of the book.